Hello everyone, today we are going to start class 12 business studies chapter number 12, that is consumer protection. In this video we will discuss the concept of consumer protection and its importance. So let's start. Before discussing the meaning of consumer protection, we must know the meaning of consumer. Who is consumer? Consumer means any person who buys any good or avails a service for a consideration. So, consumer protection means protecting the consumer against whom? Against unfair trade practice of manufacturers, sellers, traders, etc. So, now the question arises, what is unfair trade practice? Unfair trade practice means fraudulent, deceptive and unethical practices which is adopted by a seller, manufacturers to earn higher profit. For example, in a packet of potato chips it's written that it contains 100 grams of potato chips, but on actually weighing that it contains or it shows 90 gram of potato chips. So it is a practice of unfair trade practices, or some examples of unfair trade practices are like misleading advertisement, like in a beauty product or a beauty cream advertisement it is claimed that by using this beauty cream it will give the fairer look or your face will be glowing, but on actually using that product it doesn't give that much results. So these are unfair trade practices which are adopted by a manufacturer or a seller to earn higher profits. Now coming to the importance of consumer protection, we will study the importance of consumer protection from two points of view. First is from consumer point of view and second is from the point of view of business. From the point of view of consumer, there are 3 points. First one is consumer ignorance. As we know that the consumer is ignorant or unaware about their rights and reliefs available to them. So it is necessary to educate them or to provide them information about their rights or the various grievances agencies available or redressal agencies available where they can approach to protect their interests. Now coming to the second point is unorganized consumer. As we know that the consumer is unorganized, there is a need to organize the consumer in the form of consumer organization so that they can get their interest protected. The third point is exploitation of consumer. As we know that the consumer might be exploited by the seller to unfair trade practices like defective or unsafe products, adulteration, false advertising, misleading advertising, hoarding, black marketing. So the consumer must be protected against these malpractices or unfair trade practices of the seller. These were the points from the point of view of consumer. Now coming to the importance of consumer protection from point of view of business. From business point of view, there are 5 points. First one is long-term interest. As the customer is the king of the market. So if a businessman or a business organization ignores the consumer's interest or do not produce the product according to consumers' need or according to consumer requirement, then it will not be able to survive in the market for a longer run. So to survive in the market or to earn maximum profit, the business must produce its product as per the needs of customers, and then it can be able to earn maximum profit through customer satisfaction. Next point is moral justification. From the moral point of view, it is the duty of business to take care of customers' interests and avoid these unfair trade practices or involving in these unfair trade practices like misleading advertisement, adulteration, black marketing, etc. Coming to the third point, business uses society's resources. As we all know that the business survives in society and uses society's resources. So it must have responsibility towards the society to supply goods and services which are in public interest or which are for the public welfare. Now coming to the fourth point, that is social responsibility of business. As we have discussed or we have learnt in class 11th, the business has a social responsibility towards the various parties, like towards owners, towards customers, towards government, towards public. So the business has social responsibility towards customers that they must provide products or good quality products at reasonable prices. Now coming to the fifth point as government intervention. So the business should take care of consumers' interest or should produce goods as per the customer needs requirements and should not ignore the customer's interest. If it will ignore customer's interest, if it will involved or it will get involved in unfair trade practices, then it will invite government intervention. And if the government will intervene in the business, then the image of the company will be destroyed or will be decreased. That's all in today's videos. Thanks for watching this video.